everyone, my name is SiC and welcome back to Humankind. We are playing a closed beta, and this is kind of interesting because they said that after the last Victor Open Dev there would not be another chance to play the game until the full release, which will be on the 17th of August. But we are now playing a closed beta, so that's kind of interesting. But in this one we will be playing for longer. Actually, we will have 250 turns to play through, and if I remember correctly, the Victor Open Dev was 150 turns, so this time we will actually be able to go up into the industrial era, which is really cool. We might even see airplanes, so that's something that wasn't possible before. Anyway, we are a new character. I don't know who this guy is, but he looks to be American. This beta isn't named after anyone. We will be playing on nation difficulty, I guess, comparable to governing a lively nation, a hard job even for up-and-coming autocrats. A normal difficulty for growing political leaders. Oh, I guess we will play normal difficulty for now. We're still figuring things out, of course. I've only played about 3 campaigns of this. So, here we go. Alright, so we are back in the Neolithic era. And as always, it is our job to find enough era stars and gain enough fame to go up into the next era. Or yeah, because the Neolithic only is the tribal era, and until the time where we will settle our first city, we will be playing around as just a small tribe, looking around for cool things on the map, exploring to see what's going on. Now already we start in a territory that has sage, which provides +3 stability per sage on all cities. So the more sage we find, the better it would be for us. Now one thing to keep in mind is that this map is still a pre-designed map. It's not a randomly generated one. As such, I know a little bit about what is around me because streamers and YouTubers in the past, they had access to this build before and they, explored a little bit. So I know there's a natural wander down towards the south, so we might want to think about exploring that way. But first, if we step onto that river town and go that way, we will immediately end our turn. And I think it's better for us to first move up here, grab this food. And that will actually probably, I think, leave us with 1 movement. Yes, indeed. Alright, so we found curiosity. Nuts providing +10 food on our army. And then, well, we actually cannot go any further except through this area right here, because these are all cliffs. So we would actually need to go up here to continue exploring, which is kind of cool. But we're going to go back down. We're going to grab that curiosity over to the side. And now we're going to grab some more food on the way, I think. Alright, so we could move over here. Oh. There's an animal there. If we hunt that animal, we would have enough food to grow in size. So we are actually going to do a quick manual battle. And I think we might want to grab this terrain over here, because then he cannot run up here. And we could go down, or actually if we move down to over here, because it's our turn first, we can move up here, and from there we can attack down, giving us extra damage. And of course we will have the benefit of a defensive bonus as well, being up on the high ground. It's a good way to grow. We do get a bit injured. Oh wow. Alright. That hunt is done. Actually, that only gave us 5 food. What? Okay, I thought it was going to be 10, but it does give us access to our first hunter objective. If we kill 2 more, then we will have enough era stars to progress until the next era. Anyway, we found a curiosity, ancient encampment, providing +1 science, +5 influence. Alright, so now actually I think the first territory claiming actually only cost us 5 influence, as you can see. So there's different things we could do. We could start up on this high ground over here, and this is actually kind of defensible, I think. And also it's a pretty decent start with 12 food, 10 production. We could start here with 13 food, 8 production as well. And there is a technology that allows us to increase the production of forest, which might make this a stronger start than this one right here, but we're just going to go for this one. We're going to claim this territory, and then our army is going to continue moving south, I think. Alright, so that out of the way, let us move on to that river tile. That is going to consume all of our movement, and then we really need to start collecting some food so we can grow our army. Oh, and we also have an event. Lost Souls 1. Your scout comes to you, breathless from exertion. Between gasps, he tells you that he spied another tribe not far ahead. He leads you on, then after giving a stop signal, you drop to your bellies and crawl forward in the brush. Ahead, a young woman no more than 13 summers is leading a ceremony, her audience a dozen or so equally young or younger tribesmen. Many are crying, and when you see the bodies laid out, you understand they are in mourning. You know what you must do. We can welcome these children. They need care and shelter. We will be their guardians, and they will become our tribe. Spawn's army, my new army and hunting party. Awesome. But chances of triggering another narrative event. Or we can withdraw, not gaining an army, and then we will become swift. And we will get +2 land movement. So instead of the 4 move, we will have a 6 move, which is kind of cool. Because they could be sick or cursed, we will make haste from this place. Now I think having another army actually is much more beneficial. And that is what we're going to go for. Now this one has now got enough food to actually grow in size. And then we can move up here. There's an animal sanctuary over there, which we can actually move towards. And now, actually, maybe we can use this army to explore the hills around us a little bit. Ooh, a sanctuary. A rich, diverse habitat with plenty to sack. This is a breeding ground for peaceful wildlife who range the surrounding area. And there is another deer over there, but for now we are going to ransack this town. That is going to give us 20 food as well, so that's going to grow that little group into a unit of 2. And then these guys could become a group of 3 if we ransack this sanctuary over there. That is quite nice. Alright, so that made us stronger. Now we do see copper over here, and copper is quite important as a resource, because it gives you access to some advanced military tech, at least early on. And actually I would kind of like to have access to it, and it does seem it is in our territory. Yeah, it is actually, so that is perfect. We are going to hunt this deer. And your side is, well, we can do an instant resolution. We lost no one, and we gained 5 influence, 5 food. But our guys are quite injured. Actually, on the next turn, we can move in and grab some food from that tile as well. So that is really, really good. Ooh, it's a mammoth. We might not want to attack a mammoth just yet, because, yeah, he's probably going to kill us. Or at least one of us, anyway. And I don't want to lose the unit that I just got. Right. Found another +5 food, and we are out of movement. What is this? It's another deer. Alright, and we have a salt deposit in this next territory over here. We have silk, +3 stability per silk on all cities, +1 industry per silk on Maker's Quarter. Oh, that's nice. This could be a nice productive area as well. We could try to claim this territory as well, but we need 15 or 20 influence actually to do it. So we're going to have to wait a little bit. Alright, we'll grab that food. That's another +5. We have a curiosity over here, another one over there. I guess we'll go for this one first, because it explores the terrain around us a little bit more, I think. Alright, and it seems like that other mammoth moved off. So if we now move on to the sanctuary, we can ransack it, and we will definitely grow to 3 units strong, and then we could tackle the mammoth again if we see it again. You have nowhere else to go, and we cannot create a city yet because we need to be a culture first. And we cannot become a culture until we have hunted 3 animals, grown up until we have 5 units, which we will do on the next turn, or found 10 curiosities. Now we found 1 here, another 1 there. Now we would need to find 7 more, so that's actually quite tricky. Now we could actually do that. It would grant us 20 fame if we did. This would give us 20 fame, that would give us 20 fame, so that would put us up to 60 fame total. But I don't think it's worth that much, the 20 fame, compared to the time you would lose. World locked. Wonderful Finikunka has been locked by another empire. Growth star. Ransack successful. Now we have a unit of 3. Actually, maybe. Ooh, we have a curiosity over here. I did not see where the mammoth went, but we can use this moment to actually claim this territory. It doesn't seem to be a enormously great spot. We could claim this territory over here. It has sage actually, so that would kind of add on to what we already have over here. This, however, like, it's not great for growing, but look at the production you could get over here. That's kind of crazy. 21 food, 5 food, 12 production. Like, we have a lot of fertile ground in this area. We can grow over here. And then we could link these territories up together, provide this one city with a lot of potential. And we could also try to claim this territory. This one is also quite strong, but I don't know what kind of benefits could be had from it. Like, we have an unknown strategic resource. I don't know what it is. It could be worthwhile. And of course, influence is limited for the time being. So that is a bit of a problem. Like this one, actually, they don't recommend a really strong starting place. But there's 5 food over here, 6 food over there, 6. So we could actually grow downwards with farms as well if we start here. I think we're just going to go for it, see how it goes. We have earned an era star and may now choose a new culture for the next era. We will be reminded of that later, I think. The reason for that is I would really like to hunt another animal, if we can. For now, we'll grab this. And that gives us some more influence. We'll move back up. We'll move over here. Move over there. And we still have 20 influence, which is interesting. So we might actually be able to grab another territory. And this one was quite strong. We have an unknown strategic resource that might turn out to be horses or something like that. Right, Alioth's population has gained 1 population. Alright, that is good. We'll go up here. That gives us +2 science, +5 influence. Great. How much would it cost? 60 influence to grab another territory. Alright, so that is not happening. How much food do we need? We could get 5 from this. We can get an overview if my army moves over here. Ah, look at that. That is perfect. We will do an instant resolution over here because I feel confident we win. That gives us another era star. We didn't lose any units, but that is really nice. We will also still use this turn to grab this thing over here. Gives us some extra science, gives us some influence. We are super close actually to getting the knowledge that we need. If we could hold on just a little bit longer, we could grab that knowledge star, and that would put us up to 60. Someone else already has 50, so I guess they hunted 3 animals, they grew up to 5 units, and then they found the natural wonder that is down here, I think. So that's why they have 50. We could hold on. If we could hold on just a little bit longer, that would be really nice. We can move down. We see animal. We don't really need to hunt it. Oh, wrong button. I just kind of want to move away from the preview. I don't know why that is being shown. What is this? Wild companions. Ooh. The tribe fought wisely, bravely, and now the dangerous beast lies defeated. As your courageous warriors lay sprawled out, recovering, several of the ferocious beast's young emerge from the nearby brush. One of the warriors strides closer, spear aloft, ready to kill the young, but before he can, 2 others stop him. The cubs look up, their eyes large and brilliant like moons. The first says he can train the young, so warriors might spar with them and become stronger. The second disagrees, saying she can raise them and make them teach us nature's hidden ways. What is your wish? So we could spar with them. Fighting with these beasts could make every warrior in the tribe stronger, more ferocious. Ferocious on 2 targets for 10 turns. That's just for a little bit. But fighting with these beasts could make every warrior in the tribe ferocious, and that gives us science. And I'm definitely going to go for science. That might really help us out. Anyway, this seems to be a bit of a bug. Don't know why that is happening. But we can end the turn and see what happens. Because my armies spread out here somehow. I don't know what's going on with that. Right, I'm just trying to see if we can find another curiosity nearby. Right, this is weird, because I clicked on my army, we can move, and that was it, and that is still there. Yeah, that's definitely a bug. It's the first time I've seen it, actually, so that's also interesting. I think I might skip one more turn and scout a little bit more to see if we can find a curiosity. We have 2 movement left. I will move over here, that's another animal, move over there. No curiosities as of yet. Now that guy is still over here. If we actually go into that combat, is he still there? No, he's not. We did grow up to 4 units though. Alright, that is definitely weird. I might have to restart the game. We're not going to play again from the beginning, obviously, but I'm just going to save and reload and see if that fixes. Alright, well, that fixed the problem. So that is good news. However, all of our guys moved. I don't see another thing in sight, unfortunately. How are we doing on fame? Everyone else is up to 50. I guess they found some interesting stuff. Let's skip one more turn, because not many people actually went to the next era yet. Alright, we have a problem over here, and that is not acceptable. Alcor is being ransacked. That means we are going to have to pull these guys back. And they're going to get fucked up. Alright, we'll just keep moving. We can only move on to this river tile. What is this? Some wild animals are peaceful and will not attack you like deer or mammoths. Others, however, are out to eat you. Bears are predators and will attack you if you come too close. In order to attack and hunt an animal, okay, fine. Alright, so we have a bear. This is the first time I actually find bears, so that's kind of cool. However, I don't think it's worth waiting any longer to get that final knowledge star. So I think we are going to move on to the next era, the ancient era. And the Harappans apparently have already been taken, but let's just have a look. Everyone else is still available to us. So what I was thinking, because we can go quite far into the technology tree in this series, I don't know how long it takes us to get there, but I would really like to see the industrial age, the trains, the coal, the oil, all that stuff that will be available in that era. And in order to get there a little bit more quickly, I think I am going to go with the Babylonians, because they will give us +2 science per research technologies on capital. So basically our science will get better every time we finish a technology. On top of that, we can build the astronomy house, which provides +1 food per researcher. That's kind of nice. We also have +1 science per researchers, so our researchers are more effective. It does provide -10 stability, as pretty much every city district does, but then +3 science per adjacent farmer's quarter, and then +1 research slot on city outpost. And of course their unique unit, the Sabu Sakasti, requires copper, or bronze actually, but we have access to that in our territory, so we would immediately be able to make our unique unit as well. And this one, we are basing our first city in a pretty good area for growing food. So we could build one astronomy house surrounded with farmers' quarters, and that will really boost our science production. So we're going to adopt the Babylonians here.
The challenges of a young civilization. It's hard keeping up with the neighbors when they have the wheel and you don't. Humankind learns quickly that everyone contributes. If you're terrified of wild animals, you can grow lentils or catch fish. Tribes settle towns. Towns develop markets, and markets begin the exchange of goods, services, and most important, rumors and hearsay.
All right. So that moves us up into the ancient era. Oh, and these guys are retreating for some reason. That is interesting. Now, that doesn't mean we're not still going to fight them, however, because these people attacked us first. And I'm going to want to get some payback for that. We have a big, strong army here already. And yeah, maybe we can take away one of these territories from them. Anyway, we don't have a city as of yet, so we are going to found this as our first city. And this will be instantaneous. It will provide us with +3 science, or influence, I mean, +3 food, +20 district fortification, +3 industry, +3 money, and +3 science. And then we will have 2 farmer slots, worker slots, trader slots, and researcher slots as well. There we go, the city of Babylon. Now, straight off the bat, we could go with a maker's quarter and get some extra production. However, like I said, it's probably a good idea to build an astronomy house and surround it with farmers' quarters. And I want to go quickly into more science. So we're going to start building that over here. And well, for now we have 1 population that is going to be working food, and then we can have a total of 8 people, I think. And we'll be making 1 population every 6 turns. But it seems we will get +1 in 1 turn, if I read that correctly. So that's kind of good. And another thing that we can do here actually is we can connect this territory up to Babylon, and then it will provide the amazing production that we have over here to Babylon, which will be super cool. I don't know if we have enough influence. Yes, we do, 30 influence, that is perfect. So we're going to attach the territory of Alcor to Babylon, and look at that, it halved the production time. We went from 10 turns to 5 turns, so that is really, really, really good. Alright, we have units left to us, left for moving around. Maybe we should not move towards the bear. We could move up north and see what we can scout over here. What is that? That sounded like something, but I'm not sure. Then research, actually. It seems everything takes us 7 turns to research, which is interesting, because we did collect a lot of science over time. I'm not sure where it went to, but the calendar could be good, because it will allow us to make an artisan's quarter, and that will allow us to make use of the sage. Now, if we look at the technology screen, most of the technologies unlock constructible game content, units, infrastructures, districts, etc. Others, however, unlock a specific type of content called empire bonuses. These bonuses are immaterial and will immediately apply across your entire empire. That's really nice, but let's have a look. We have bronze working over here. For that we would need city defense, but that would bring us towards the Sabu Sakasti quite quickly, so that's kind of cool. Except city defense doesn't really provide us with any benefit. Carpentry, however, allows us to make a lumber yard, which gives us more industry on forest and woodland. And it would allow us to make archers, which is really nice. It allows us to clear forests. And at the moment, well, this would actually allow us to get some more happiness in our cities. But at the moment, people are not unhappy. So maybe we're going to go with carpentry first. And then we have been playing for some time already. I want to try to make these episodes a little bit shorter than my Humankind videos have been in the past. So I'm going to be putting a cut in here, but please do leave a like and a comment below if you enjoyed this content and wish to see more. And I will see you guys for whatever video I do next.